This lesson will be an interesting one. I will be sharing secrets with you, but you have to decide, along with a physician, if this is right for you. Disclaimer. The information provided here is for general educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. It is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of a qualified healthcare provider for any questions you may have regarding your health or before making any dietary changes or decisions related to your health or treatment. From a diet perspective, I am simply going to tell you what I know works for me. You decide, along with your doctor, what is right for you. What I will tell you is this: my plan can literally show you results within 3 weeks, at a point in time where you will achieve the following benefits. Number 1. Lose size. This will be mostly water weight at first, but you will notice your stomach snapping back into its healthy position. Number 2. People will notice, again this is water weight, but it is encouraging. Number 3. Stop craving anything. Stick to this as I describe and your whole taste and hunger alerting system will change drastically. You will still get hungry, just not for junk food and sugar. Number 4. Everything healthy will taste wonderful. Because of the previous point, you will start enjoying healthy food again. Even green vegetables will have the appeal of what were once sugar-based foods. Number 5. Junk food will become overwhelming, sodas will be too sweet, fried foods too greasy, and you will feel bloated eating these foods again. Number 6. Start the weight loss. Weight will follow size, but if you stay with it, you could literally lose weight in months. I lost 80 pounds in less than 5 months. Number 7. Energy level will start to skyrocket. You will feel light, happy, energetic, and have an overall sense of well-being. Here is the downside of this approach. You will literally go through hell for 3 weeks. You will feel like you are dying of starvation, but you will not be. You will also have lightheadedness, and what feels like fever symptoms, internal temperature sensation increase, but without a raised temperature as with a true fever. If you cheat, even the slightest, you will have to start the 3-week clock again. You must get through the 3 weeks of no cheating to get to the benefits I described above. If you get through the 3 weeks, then do not switch to a healthier diet, or slip up and stop dieting again. You will have to start over with the 3 weeks to get back on track. Rules of the 3-week plan. Number 1. Eat nothing but meat only. Preferably lean meats, but allow yourself to increase your fat intake as your energy source. Just keep it under control. I allow myself to eat steak, lobster with butter, and pork several times during the week. Number 2. Use cheese, almonds, and bacon, no sugar or molasses, as snacks and fillers. Number 3. Use butter instead of margarine, but again, in small quantities. Number 4. You must offset the lack of carbohydrates with fat, just keep it under control. Number 5. You must never eat anything with sugar or flour. This means you must understand where sugar is hidden. This means reading labels. You will find sugar in toothpaste and medicines, in processed meats, and anything that is a sauce. Cornmeal is also prohibited, a form of flour. Number 6. No fruits, no vegetables, no bread, no milk, no health supplements. They are usually loaded with sugar. Number 7. For the first few days, you can supplement with a low-carb protein bar to help you get over the initial hump, but try to stay away from sweeteners as well. Number 8. As a recommendation, take an unsweetened fiber supplement and amino acid tablets. Protein powder is usually packed with sugar or sweeteners. Number 9. Embrace heavy whipping cream in small quantities. It has no carbohydrates but is still rich in taste. Number 10. Drink nothing but water. Sparkling or soda water is fine. Just no sweeteners. Number 11. Keep yourself super busy, so much that you do not think about food. Exercise is a hunger suppressor. Your end goal is to desensitize yourself to the taste of sweet. You can only do this by getting through the 3 weeks as described. This diet is as simple as it sounds. Eat only meat and drink only water. Typically, bodybuilders following this plan consume fatty cuts of beef, ribeye, sirloin, ground beef, in moderation. Chicken with skin, fish and seafood, eggs, though some strict versions exclude them. Organ meats for nutrient density. Dairy, grains, fruits, and vegetables are completely avoided. By cutting out carbohydrates, especially sugar, the body enters a state of ketosis, where it burns fat for energy instead of glucose. The high protein intake ensures muscle preservation, while the absence of processed foods reduces water retention, leading to rapid weight loss. Why it's so effective for rapid fat loss. Number 1. Eliminates water retention. Carbohydrates cause the body to retain water. Each gram of glycogen, stored carbs, binds to about 3 grams of water. By cutting out carbs, competitors shed water weight fast, making muscles appear more defined. Number 2. Forces the body to burn fat. Without carbs, insulin levels remain low, allowing the body to rely on stored fat for energy. This leads to a consistent fat-burning state, which is why bodybuilders can achieve ultra-lean physiques. Number 3. Suppresses appetite. Protein and fats are highly satiating, reducing hunger and making it easier to maintain a calorie deficit. Unlike crash diets that leave you starving, the meat and water diet helps control cravings. Number 4. Reduces inflammation and bloating. Many foods, such as grains, dairy, and processed sugars, can cause bloating and inflammation. By eliminating these, competitors experience a tighter, more sculpted look. Can the average person benefit from this diet? While a strict meat and water diet might be too extreme for long-term sustainability, adopting some of its principles can be beneficial for fat loss and overall health. Potential benefits for everyday fat loss. Number 1. Faster weight loss due to low insulin levels and increased fat burning. Number 2. Better muscle retention compared to low-protein crash diets. Number 3. Reduced bloating and inflammation from cutting processed foods. Number 4. Steady energy levels without carb-induced sugar crashes. However, this diet is not for everyone. Those with kidney issues, high cholesterol concerns, or specific nutritional deficiencies should be cautious. Additionally, fiber from plant sources is important for digestion, so long-term adherence may lead to gut health issues. What to do after 3 weeks? Once you get through the 3 weeks, your eating habits and your reaction to food will have changed. At this point, depending on your weight loss journey, you should start slowly adding other foods while still maintaining a low-carb diet. You want to experiment to see how you can stay in your new situation without slipping back into craving carbs and sugar again, and especially back to gaining weight. Start with adding green vegetables, then try other fruit like tomatoes, peppers, or root-based vegetables other than potatoes or carrots. If you feel like you are craving again, mix it up a bit or cut back and give yourself more time. Also feel free to try low-carb dinners or search for recipes. What I do not recommend is getting on the scale for a while. It can be discouraging, especially when you are noticing water weight loss, but the scale is not moving. What I recommend is embracing this new approach as a lifestyle change. Focus on making it that. Also, use your clothes as a determinant. Getting on a scale will be like watching paint dry, and put your focus at a microscale rather than macroscale level. Weight goes up and down regardless of your diet, so it can also be misleading. Change your lifestyle and weight loss will follow. On the sugar note, our bodies need glucose to survive. We do not need carbohydrates to produce glucose. The body will manufacture glucose on its own from fats and protein. All carbohydrates are not equal, meaning sugar is the worst candidate. It is not naturally occurring either. Yes, there is sugarcane, but what comes out of it is highly processed, refined, and concentrated. Food manufacturers know this and also know how to exploit it when marketing food options. They have one goal in mind, which is to keep you coming back and buying more. Watch for hidden sugars. Even some sweeteners have sugar, especially the small packets. Guess what? The FDA does not require food producers to report sugar in small amounts, so they do not show up on labels. Sugar is addictive. Most people, especially young people, do not feel satiated unless their sugar level is 100%, so they go through life eating to get to that 100% and maintaining that level. That is why diabetes is so pervasive. Flour is sugar, just in a more complex form. Fruits that you typically see in supermarkets are genetically engineered to be sugar bombs. And of course, food manufacturers will market them as healthy. With maintaining a 100% sugar level, sugar is less sweet than keeping lower levels. This is why people in many places around the world cannot tolerate how sweet food is in Western cultures. Lastly, I recommend you do some type of light exercise routine. Of course, the more intense your workout, the more hungry you will feel. One thing about fitness that is a general rule: the more you do it, the easier it gets. For instance, with running, you may feel like you are breathing extremely heavy in the beginning, but that will improve. In fact, keep doing it and it will become addictive as well. What I recommend is keeping your workout under 10 minutes in the beginning and then slowly adding more time as your body adapts. One trick is to use a heart monitor and stop exercising when your heartbeat gets to a certain level. Consistency is much more important than intensity. Some say that someone that practices something for 15 minutes a day but stays consistent will become a master after about 1 year. I was never really good at sports growing up, but I do believe my struggle was more with not feeling like I fit in with the team. I was very self-conscious of things like going up to bat or going out for a pass. What I did not realize is that starting with the basics and doing it consistently would have elevated me to a point of likely success. One point I will make with sports, or any talent for that matter, is that the key to success is to learn how to use the least amount of energy as possible to do the most. Make that your mantra and you will realize that doing things well does not mean doing things hard. Even boxers know this. That is why a boxing match is not an all-out brawl, or baseball and golf can be boring to watch due to the slow and steadiness of the athletes. One example of this is batting. Start with simply holding the bat out to let the ball hit the bat, then eventually turning it into a swing. Going out for a football pass, coaches will say keep your hands close together and slowly let them meet the ball. Even professional singers do this, by learning how to relax the throat muscles, including involuntary ones, almost to a point of disengagement to hit the notes. When singers that go from an ah to an oo sound do so without you even noticing a change in mouth position, along with keeping the larynx low, which is an involuntary muscle position. Vocal coaches, just like coaches for football wide receivers, will say, keep it small. One being a mouth position, the other being a hand position. Same concept for both. That is it for this lesson. Good luck with your weight management and fitness journey. I hope this lesson will be beneficial to your success.